As a board of director for Mattie Road Center, you have 5 very important roles to fulfill in your tenure here at Mattie Road Center. The first is attend each board meeting. Second, participate in at least one board committee. Third, fulfill your annual contribution of $500. Fourth, participate in upcoming special events. And finally, serve as an ambassador for the agency. The first one, attend board meetings. We meet 6 times a year. The board meetings are pretty spread out every 45 to 60 days throughout the year. When we do have a meeting scheduled, it is for the third Tuesday of every month at 5:30 p.m. We will meet either at the Northeast facility at 148 North Topping, or we will meet at the Mattie Roads Art Gallery in the West Side. All of the dates and times are provided to you in a board of director calendar that Angela provides to you at the upcoming orientation, which you'll hear a little bit more about. I would share with you that these dates do not change. Angela does a great job of providing the calendar, and the dates and times are fixed. We would ask you that if you are on travel and unable to be here physically at a board meeting, we do have the option of you calling in and participating, and really would just ask you to think about utilizing this option. It is really not if you just can't come and you're in town. I mean, certainly we understand that family matters come up and other work-related issues come up, but we just want you to be very responsible when you use that option of calling in. Ideally, we'd love to have you here. And it's very important that we have a quorum at each board meeting, otherwise we can't conduct business. And so for Mattie Road Center at this time, we have 16 board of directors, so a quorum would be at a minimum 8 or 50% of the board. We are anticipating that probably in the next few months we will be filling that 17th board member slot, which will then make the total of the board an odd number. The second responsibility is to participate on one board committee. Now, there are several committees that we have, the first being the Executive Finance Committee, which is reserved for your officers. The officers of Mattie Road Center includes Marshawn Butler, who is your board chair, Jennifer Mahoney, who is the chair-elect. We operate with 2 vice presidents, Louis Perez and David Douglas. We have a board treasurer, and that position is fulfilled by Rigo Gerardo. And then finally, we have a board secretary that is filled by Sarah Flores. And that group of 6 meets on a monthly basis with myself and our chief financial officer and our vice presidents, as well as the development director, to assess our monthly financials. And so that is a big part of their responsibility, as well as receiving updates on the capital campaign, serving as a sounding board for myself and my management team. All of the discussion is summarized in a monthly newsletter that we created last year that was actually initiated by our board chair, Marshawn Butler. And so monthly you will be receiving a summary of the executive committee, and if you have any questions you can call either myself or Marshawn directly, but we did this as a way to further communicate with the entire board of directors. The other committees, which we will provide more detailed descriptions at the orientation, includes a committee focused on our annual Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead celebrations, which is probably a half a dozen different events between the months of October and November. We have a Youth Development Family Services Committee that is focused on recognizing young high school students who are excelling in the areas of academics, athletics, and community service. We also have an operations committee that is responsible for approving any major contracts, such as those related to the capital campaign and the construction, any new purchases related to IT, etc. And then we have a committee focused on marketing and communications. This committee that Angela Bruner serves as the liaison really focuses in on implementing our agency communication plan and providing a sounding board to increase the awareness of the broader community as to what Mattie Rhodes Center is involved with. And then finally, we will be starting a new committee focused on community economic development. I'm pleased to share through our Northeast Alliance Together initiative, we are going to be constructing our first affordable home here in historic Northeast. And so that, along with identifying and implementing strategies to reduce crime in the area, as well as commercial and economic development initiatives, those will be some of the main areas that we will ask a board of director committee to provide input and guidance. And so those are the committees. As to the annual contribution of $500, that can be fulfilled in a variety of ways. You can designate Mattie Rhodes Center as your United Way agency. Our agency number is 550, and you can direct your contributions that total to $500, or you could simply write a check or just make payments over the year. That is critical. Certainly every dollar we secure is very important, but I think it's very important that I can say, and Angela as our Chief Fundraising Director can say to funders, that we have 100% support by the board. And so if we don't have your contribution, it's kind of hard to say that. So just wanted to point that out. As to upcoming and special events, the main ones include our annual luncheon, which is held at the Downtown Marriott. This is an opportunity to bring over 400 individuals of the greater Kansas City area to learn about one of the various areas of support that we provide at the agency, as well as an opportunity to raise money. And so your role is important, first by attending, and second by inviting 9 of your family, friends, or colleagues to join you at a table. Our luncheon is not a ticketed event, so no one has to buy a ticket to attend, but instead we want people in attendance so that when we make the appeal for a pledge, they will have their checkbook or credit card handy to make a contribution. The second event is our annual golf tournament, which we will hold once again at Swope Park Memorial Golf Course. Really would love for you that are golfers to golf. If you have colleagues or friends that golf, engage them to purchase a team. It's very reasonably priced. I think for the last couple years for a 4-player team, 18 holes of golf, it costs $500 per team, which is pretty reasonable. And for those of you that have been at our golf tournament, it's a lot of fun. So it's never a dry moment, so to speak. And then we have our back to school event, which is usually held at the beginning of August, and Angela and her staff contact board members and supporters to place boxes in their places of employment, seeking out donations of school supplies. We have a lot of families who have tough decisions to make right around school time, and that is, do I pay the utility bill or do I purchase school supplies? And sometimes school supplies come second to utility bills, to food, and that just means that kids are not being able to start school on time, or when they do start school, they're not equipped with all the proper supplies that their classmates have. So it's very critical that we make sure that families don't have to make those decisions between providing support to their kids to go back to school or meet family expenses. The other event is our Day of the Dead event, which has become a huge celebration. Jenny Mendez, our Cultural Arts Director, has really become a sought-out consultant for the likes of the Nelson Atkins Museum, the Kansas City Museum, and other venues who want to join in this growing celebration called Day of the Dead or Dia de los Muertos. And last year alone, we had 2 First Friday openings, a street parade that featured over 2,000 individuals. We had a street festival In addition, we had an event at the Boulevard called Ignite. We were at the Nelson, we were at the Kansas City Museum, and we started a new event over at the Crossroads Hotel. So it's a very active 2-month period where the staff work very hard to organize ofrendas or altars that really depict individual stories about family, friends, and colleagues that they've lost, and who they're honoring through these altars that are just very colorful and very graphic and really characterizing that particular individual's personality. And it's very important for you all to first and foremost attend, just so you can enjoy the work of the staff, but also for you to bring family and friends to learn more about Mattie Road Center. It's a very great opportunity to serve as a point of entry for them to learn about everything that we do as an agency. And we need the volunteers. The final special event is our holiday breakfast that is usually held in the first week of December, where we feed probably about 300 community members a hot breakfast. We provide kids with a free toy, with art activities, and access to games, and then we also provide them with donated soccer shoes as well as soccer clothing. And I would just share with you that this particular holiday breakfast, I had a young lady with 2 kids, and really was very appreciative of what we were providing in terms of the hot breakfast and the toys. And certainly there's a tremendous need in our community, and so to have you here again to witness one of the areas of support, but also to volunteer with serving food, to manning some of the games and activities is very important. And then the final responsibility, once again, the first 4 were to attend board meetings, participate in at least one board committee, fulfill your annual contribution of $500, and participate in upcoming special events, is to serve as the ambassador of the agency. I cannot emphasize this enough. Each of you have a very broad network of family, friends, business colleagues, and you come in regular contact with them. And just like all of us, it's the conversation of, so what do you do when you're not working? I would hope that you would say, well, I give of my time to Mattie Road Center, and let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing to improve the lives of individuals, families, and communities in greater Kansas City. And certainly we can't expect you to know every particular detail of the services and programs that we offer, but if you could just visit the website and capture 1 or 2 points that you feel most connected with, that's what we need you to do. And then direct them to go to the website and they can learn much more. And also encourage them to take a tour of the agency. Both myself and Angela are available to facilitate that. And we're also available to meet individuals that you may want to refer to the agency for new partnership opportunities, volunteerism, donations, etc. Finally, I would encourage you to attend one of the 2 board orientations that we have scheduled for Friday, January 31st at noon and Friday, February 7th at noon. And each of these orientations will be held at the Mattie Rhodes Art Gallery, located at 917 West 17th Street. Both of them will provide the same information and will be a 1-hour opportunity to provide you with an update on the capital campaign, the status of our first affordable housing development, a calendar of upcoming events, what your entire responsibilities are, provide you with an overview of the agency, and then be able to answer any questions. And please remember that at any time you have a question, you have a comment, or you just want to call and ask what's going on, both Angela and I are accessible. Angela, part of her role is to be the liaison between myself and the board of directors, and she can provide you with board minutes, she can tell you the dates of upcoming events, she can pretty much pinpoint the answer to any question that you may have. And we will provide this information at the orientation, but wanted to share this with you, just if you feel like giving me a call or Angela a call before the orientation. My phone number or cell phone number is 816-918-8852, and Angela Bruner's cell phone number is 816-674-6393. Well, I hope the information that we've provided to you is beneficial. Once again, I really appreciate your decision to join the Board of Directors of Mattie Road Center. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you, learning from you, and collaborating to continue to advance the mission of Mattie Road Center. Thank you.